Hi, Rachel. It's nice to see you again.
Hi, nice to see you again too.
What is it that we're going to be working on today?
Um, I don't know. I just wanted to come in and talk about how I'm feeling this week.
Okay. And what are you feeling?
Um, I'm just still really, depressed, and I'm feeling very unmotivated to do things, and I'm not very happy around my kids. Um, and I haven't been since my husband's death, and I just feel like I'm not being there for them. I'm not being a good mom for them.
So, is that something you would like to change?
Yeah, I mean, I want them to grow up having a mom who's happy and who can be there for them and support them emotionally. And I feel like I can't even support myself emotionally right now.
Yeah, those are some good reasons. So, how important do you think this change in your life?
I think it's really important. I mean, it's my kids, and they deserve the best, and they deserve to grow up in a happy environment. And I think that's really important.
Yeah. Um, and how confident are you that you'll make this change?
Um, I'm not that confident about it right now. It's just hard to be feeling like this, and but I know how badly I want to feel better for them. So I don't know. I guess I'm hopeful, but right now it just feels really difficult.
Yeah, that is very hard. Um, well, some good things, like what would the future look like with this change?
Um, Hopefully, I would be able to, you know, smile more around my kids and just feel better. I just want to feel happy again. I want to be able to enjoy my time with my kids, and I want them to enjoy their time with me and not notice how sad I am all the time. Like, I want to be happy for them.
Yeah, those are very good, valid reasons. And what do you think makes you believe you can achieve this change?
Um, the love I have for my kids and the future I want for them.
Sounds like you're a great mom.
Thank you.
Um, what are the benefits of this change? We said earlier maybe you might be happier, but for you, what are some benefits?
Well, I know that I'll be a better mom if I'm happier, and it'll improve my work life, and really just every aspect of my life will be better if I'm happier, because when I'm this depressed, I don't feel motivated to do anything, and especially not to do it well. So, I mean, I think it'll improve every part of my life when I feel better.
Yeah, that's some very good insight. And what do you think the cost of changing or not changing this would be? Do you think you would lose anything by making this change?
Yeah, I think um, I would just let life pass me by, and I would miss the most important years of my kid's life, and they would be losing a lot too. They'd be losing a better childhood, and um, yeah, I don't want them to lose that, and I don't want to lose that either, because I only have so much time with them before they're grown and out of the house and moving on with their lives, and I just want to be able to enjoy this time with them as much as I can.
Would there be any benefit to not changing?
No, I can't see any benefit from feeling like this.
Yeah.
For me or for them.
Well, thank you so much for sharing. Looks like maybe at this point we can set some goals of how we're going to change and maybe some interventions, and we can start working on that more next week.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Hi, Rebecca. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Can you tell me why you're in here today?
Lately in my life, I've realized that I have been harboring anger towards my father, and it has really just impacted my life, and I had something happen, and I really want to make amends with him.
Okay. That sounds like a good thing that you want to change.
Yeah.
How big do you think this desire to change is?
It's pretty big. I was in a pretty big accident and realized that. So probably, 10.
Okay. What are some reasons that you'd like to change?
I want him in my life again. I started remembering how great it was when we were close, and so just having that father figure again. So.
Okay. How important is it to you that he is in your life again?
I would say very important.
Okay.
At this point,
Okay.
not so much before, but now.
And that you think the accident made that kind of switch for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it just kind of,
Okay. Do you feel pretty confident that you'll be able to change your attitude and thoughts towards him?
Yeah, I feel confident. Maybe a little worried that we might reverse back into some old patterns of
Okay.
arguing, but confident.
Okay. What worries you that you might go back to those arguing?
We just have a habit of arguing and saying mean things, so
Okay.
that worries me. But.
Okay. What does the future look like if you do make this change and make the amends with your father?
I think it would just be a good change for my husband and I to have a father figure. He's not close with his father, so
Okay.
it
So
would
it'd
just
be-
be a good,
Be good for both of you, it
more
sounds like.
family, yeah.
Okay. What makes you believe that you guys can have a change? If you do have that habit of arguing, what makes you believe that you can change?
I think because we were so close before we had our falling out, makes me really believe that we can get back to where that was,
Okay.
or repair it in some way, because we did have a good relationship at one point.
Good. That's good that you can access those memories of a positive relationship with him versus just the negative that you've had more recently.
Thank you,
What would be the benefits of changing or the benefits of not changing?
I guess not changing, I could just kind of hold my anger and my pride and not have to work very hard. But changing would also allow, I feel like, a lot of freedom and peace and just new hope and love.
Mm-hmm. Those sound like really good things to have.
Yeah. So.
What would be the cost of changing your relationship with him?
I would say, like I said, giving up kind of my pride would be a big cost. Maybe some of my time, going to meet him for lunch or dinner, would give up more time. But good cost would be that he'd be in my life again, and that's very important. So
good. Well, it sounds like you are pretty determined to make this change in your life, which I think is awesome. What are some goals that you think we could set, and maybe we can work on this some more next week, but are there any goals that you think you could set this week towards starting to make that change in your mind of how you feel towards him?
Yeah, I think maybe reaching out to him could be one goal. And maybe not quite like full on, like let's have lunch or let's have dinner, but reaching out and kind of testing the waters and letting him know that I'm ready to make this relationship work again. And
Okay.
So
That sounds good. Do you think he would be willing to make that change as well?
I think so. I think he's probably has some anger too, but
Okay.
we could probably work past that.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming in, and thank you for being so honest about what's going on. If you ever want to bring your father in here, we could do a session with both of you guys. But I appreciate you coming in.
Thank you. Hi, Sierra. It's nice to see you again.
You too.
How are you feeling this week?
I'm feeling a little bit anxious.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little anxiety about coming here today.
Okay. So last week when you were here, you mentioned feeling a lot of anxiety related to cars, like riding in cars or driving cars. Can you talk to me a little bit about why that is?
Yeah, about 6 months ago, I was in a really bad car accident, and since then I've had a lot of anxiety about riding in cars. I've had a lot of bad dreams about getting in car accidents, and it's just really, like, disrupted my everyday life. Like, even coming here was really hard. A lot of anxiety to get in the car to come here.
Well, thank you for coming in. That's really brave of you, and I know that sounds like a really difficult thing to be dealing with. So, what would you like to change?
I'd like eventually not to have those nightmares anymore, hopefully, but especially the biggest thing is just being able to ride in cars without having anxiety, and especially being able to drive again, because that's really hindered a lot of things in my life, and I feel really kind of trapped at home, but I just don't want to drive on my own right now, but I'd like to change that.
Okay, that all sounds like good reasons. So how important is that to you? On a scale of 1 to 10, how important is that?
I'd say it's a 10. It's really important. It's really trapping me right now. I've had to drop out of school just because I can't drive to school every day. So it's really affecting my life, and I know it's something that needs to change. So I'm pretty motivated to make it
I feel like
happen.
you're saying like that kind of affects every part of your life?
Yeah.
Okay. How confident are you that you're going to be able to make those changes?
Right now I'm not super confident, just because I have so much anxiety. But I think it'll happen. So I'd say maybe like a 3 on confidence level. I think it can happen. I just don't know how fast it can happen.
Okay. Well, I could say you're making a lot of good first steps. The fact that you're here is a really good first step towards making that change. So thank you for being here and being able to come in. So what kind of future do you see if you make this kind of change? What will that look like?
Just getting my life back. I think I can kind of rebuild those relationships that have been hindered since I've been, housebound kind of, and just being able to get my life back.
All right. And what makes you believe that you can achieve this change?
Before the car accident, I was able to drive around fine, go in cars fine, so I know that this isn't a normal thing, and so I just think about those times when I didn't have anxiety, and that's like what gives me hope that I can get back to that.
That's good. What are some benefits of changing? You mentioned, getting your life back.
Mm-hmm.
Can you expand on that a little bit?
Yeah, just being able to live a normal life, go to school, eventually go to work, have a family, be able to take my kids around. I worry that if I don't change, I won't be able to do any of those things, and I'll just kind of be stuck.
Do you think there are any benefits to not changing?
No. I know that it's a problem, and the only benefit would be that, like, there's no chance of me getting in another car accident if I don't go in a car ever, but I know that's not very realistic, and that's not what I want.
Right. It's not a good way to live your life.
Yeah.
All right. What do you think the cost of changing is going to be?
Just having to deal with anxiety, and overcome that.
What about not changing? What would be the cost of that?
A lot. Not having a life.
Yeah. So, you're saying there's a lot at stake if you don't choose to follow through and try to change this and work on it.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, like I said, it's really just a big first step that you're here in the first place. So, just be proud of that. And I think we can work on some goals, maybe, that'll
Okay.
help you ease into that change
Yeah.
rather than throwing it all at you at once. So hopefully we can start working on that next week sometime.
Okay.
That sound
Yeah.
good? All right. Well, it was great to meet you.
Okay. Thank you so much.